Hey guys, it's CootSteph, and welcome to my first book review. You're gonna laugh, but these are fake. Oh wow, you can't tell, but yes, these are fake, and so I'm gonna be wearing them for this video because I'm doing a book review and I wanted to be more nerdy book looking, and I'm trash. But I don't care. I'm going to film with these, and like I'm gonna turn my head a little bit this way just because of the glare, so like we're gonna kind of do this thing. I'm sorry. But yes, we are going to be doing a book talk about the After series. Now, I don't know if this is really a review, but it's more like a talk about my favorite moments and stuff in this book series. So I only own the first one and the third one because my best friend Violet, hey girl, shout out to you, Crybaby Violet is her YouTube, so you could subscribe to that. But she gave me the two books, which I'm so thankful for because I love owning the books that I read, especially the ones that I love. Thanks for giving those to me. Let's get on with the review of the book. First, let's talk about like the plot twists, like the worst moments that like totally twisted my mind and shocked my head, or however. The biggest plot twist and shocker to me was when Steph ended up being like this fake the whole book series. Like you thought that she was actually friends with Tessa and was actually like nice to her, but then she ends up like having this weird thing with Hardin, and then like pulling that weird picture video crap, and I was like, what the heck? Like that twisted my mind. I was not expecting that. Like she's gotta be the best actress ever because she really tricked me. I don't know. Next was definitely when Hardin realized that his dad was not his dad, that it's actually Christian, and I was like, what? Also, sorry, I'm gonna be using like Hardin and Landon, like I'm don't use the One Direction names because I read the books, not the Wattpad version. And then also when Hardin like ended up writing the book after. You know, it's kind of like The Outsiders when it ended up like in this loop where like the book that I'm reading right now was actually written by the main character. Like I love it when they do that, and so I was like, it's twisted back together in this weird thing. I loved that. And so then Hardin becomes like this like author and he's all cool. I don't know, that was really cool that he wrote after. Oh my god. It obviously wasn't in the same way, but it was still really cool, and it was like that plot twist, and it like shocked me. Next, I'm gonna talk about like moments of adrenaline where like, you know, like I could not put the book down. Definitely like the Steph part. Like when Tessa was all drugged up and like couldn't, you know, move or anything, like that scene freaked me out. Like I was like on the edge of my seat and I was like, come on, Hardin, Zen, anybody come help. That was one of the best scenes or best moments for drama in the series. Next, like I just have to mention, like I can't even like pinpoint like a single one, but just every time they go to that sorority or sorority house, like I forget what the proper termination, but whenever they go to Hardin's like sorority thing, that house, every time they go to that house, like something bad happens, something dramatic happens. Just the parties there are just, don't go. The first book was really good with those moments. Now, just for favorite scenes and moments and parts in general, so I really loved the river scene in the first book, like on their first like date thing or whatever you call it. That was adorable. I'm so mad they never went back there. I thought they were gonna go back because he said that was like his place. So I don't get it. Definitely one of my other favorite moments is when they go to the Seattle trip, when Tessa goes with Kimberly, Christian, Christian is Vance. And then Trevor. I loved that trip just because of Tessa, just because Tessa gets super drunk, and then Hardin ends up at her hotel door. I just love that scene. I'm actually rereading After We Fell right now because one of my best friends is reading it right now too, so I'm kind of rereading it with her, and I love the cabin trip when Carden meets Tessa too, like I forget her name, which is so bad, but I love it when I just love that trip, because then Tessa also meets the guy at the restaurant, and he ends up back in New York, and it's like all these characters like always come back, like everybody's important, and I love that. We are going to move on to heartbreaker moments, and these are like the moments that broke my heart, hence the heartbreaker moments. Definitely the biggest one, and I'm just gonna say this right now because yes, when Tessa's dad dies, like that was unbelievably shocking to me, and it broke my heart just the way that Tessa was affected by it. Like she started getting like the hardened dreams, and also how she just like hated Hardin at this part, and it broke my heart when it was like when she was in her really bad shock, and she kept like, you know, staring at the wall for however long she did, for days. And then Landon had Hardin on the phone. It was like, Tessa, Hardin's gonna come on the phone with you. And then she hadn't talked or eaten or whatever for days. And so she just starts screaming, no, 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 like, no, no. Like, that scene broke my heart, because I was like, the one thing that she reacts to is like not wanting to talk to Hardin, and it broke my heart. And he was so upset after that, and so then he comes back to America. So next was definitely a huge separation in book 2, when they had like Anna Todd like wrote it, remember she wrote it like day 1 and then day 9, like, and how they went through each day. Like that was really, that I liked how she did that, and that was just like Hardin went all the way to England, you know, like it broke my heart. Just breakups are hard, and that really, you know, it was just a connection. I don't know, and it was just emotional and heartbreaking. I felt the breakup. I felt it. Oh, this kind of stuff upsets me so much. So, you know how Tessa, you know, wants to get married, wants children, and then like, and then she finds out, oh wow, it's gonna be such a slim chance to get pregnant. That broke my heart, because I knew how much she wanted it, and then it was just so emotional, and then Hardin was upset too, and then he was like, oh well, now I want kids. That was not good. That broke my heart, and that leads me to one of the worst is definitely when in the epilogue, when Tessa finally gets pregnant after trying, and then her, you know, it fails, and she lost the kid. They lost the kid. Like, can you imagine like losing a child? Like, I cannot imagine the pain that they went through. Like, wow. And now I'm just going to talk about how much Hardin is a romantic. He is such a romantic. I love him. I love romantic things. Like, that's why I read romance books. But he is such a romantic because, like, first of all, he got that e-reader for her even when they were on, like, an off part, you know, they're on and off. Like, they were on and off, and, like, he bought the e-reader for her birthday. Like, yes. And all the books downloaded on the e-reader were all ones that they've talked about, and I thought that was so romantic. I was like, oh my god. And then also the bracelet. I love the bracelet from that Christmas. I love that bracelet so much, because it was just perfect, and then it was like a reoccurring thing, and I loved that, except that it wasn't really in After Ever Happy. They didn't really talk about it anymore, and I hate it in books and movies, like when there's been this like symbol kind of around, but then they just kind of lose it by the end, like kind of like in the Hunger Games, like they kind of lost the Mockingjay pin, I think, in the last movie, and I don't know, I just hate it when they do that. I do not like that. Oh my god. Okay, so remember on the cabin trip or whatever that I keep referring to, like, when they were on their way back, Tessa was listening to music and then her phone wouldn't work, so Hardin gave his phone to her, and she found the T playlist full of songs that she liked, and I was like, oh, Hardin, you're so secretive. And I love the little things. I love the little things. The ending was beautiful. Like, if you are a Wattpad reader, like if you only read it on Wattpad, you have to get After Ever Happy. You have to get the book because it is a different ending. So one day I finished the book and I went on Wattpad just to see kind of what was different at the ending. And it was like they added on in After Ever Happy. So you know how they go to Vegas to get married? Well, they turn back. They turn back and you get to get more into their future, and it's the best. Like, I'm so glad that I read the books and not on Wattpad, because it is so relieving to, you know, see that they're happy in the future. But there's a couple disappointments though. They didn't get like an official wedding scene. Like they talked about in one of the epilogue, like time skips. You know, Anna Todd, she just did a lot of time skips at the end of After Ever Happy, and it like tripped me up. I was like, I want to see what happens, do not time skip. In one of the time skips, they talk about being fiancé and stuff, so they do get married, but we didn't get a scene. I was like, I wanted to see Landon be the best man. I don't know. I wanted a proper wedding scene. Like, I would have cried if I read that. I wanted to read that part. Also that I'm upset about is Tessa not getting the infinity heart tattoo, guys. She didn't get it, but she got the smiley tattoo. I know it was like a bet or something on her birthday or something, but like I was really hoping that Tessa would end up getting a tattoo, and she does, but it's not the infinity sign that's a perfect theme in the book. I wanted Tessa to get a matching one. Like, that would be so cute. Other than those like 2 disappointments or whatever, like I'm done. Like, I love the ending. Like, that's one of the better endings of a book. I don't know. They just wrapped it up good. Like, sometimes series are really hard to wrap up, and that was a good one. Really quick, I'm so like excited that Landon gets his own like side 2 books. Like, I'm so excited for that. But I'm also even more excited for the after movie. Like, we're getting a movie, guys. Like, I'm so excited for that. But I do want to say one thing, just to get this off my chest, and maybe you guys will relate, but, you know, it's hard to put books into movies. We all know that, because there's so much that happens in books that you can't put into 2 hours, you know? And you know, the after series, so much happens that I'm like scared that they're not going to put everything in, and I know they're not going to put everything in, and I'm going to miss something, and it's going to be really sad. They can't switch it up now, but I just wish that they would have made it a TV show. Like, can you just imagine, like, it'd be the most dramatic TV show and the best TV show ever. Like, can you imagine the cliffhangers after each episode? Like, that'd be the best weekly show on this earth. It's hard to make this into a movie. I just want it to be a TV show. You get what I mean? Can you agree with me? Like they kind of were wrong there, but oh well, we're getting a movie anyway, and you know what? That's fine. And it's gonna be weird because we all know that Harry Styles is not gonna be Hardin, and that's gonna be really weird. Anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. Sorry if this video is kind of long. Like, I tend to ramble a lot about things that I like, but be sure to subscribe if you like this book review. I could do more book discussion videos because I'm a big reader now, and sorry that these are like fake, but I just wanted to wear them anyway. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow my social medias below. Bye guys, I will see you in next week's video.